Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing? Okay, great. Good to see everyone's doing well. So, friends, now from thinking from consumer's point of view to thinking from producer's point of view, we are changing our chapter. The name of the chapter is supply. The name of the chapter is supply. As I have already mentioned, that now you don't need to think from consumer's perspective. You have to think from, yes, producer's perspective, producer's point of view. So if you are writing the notes, then the first thing you should make note of is that now you have to think from producer's mindset, from producer's mindset, from producer's mindset. अब अपने को प्रोड्यूसर के दिमाग से सोचना है, अब अपने को प्रोड्यूसर के साइड से सोचना है. पहले ये कॉपी कर लो या ये दिमाग में छाप लो. ओके, फैंटास्टिक. ओके, फैंटास्टिक. ओके, थैंक यू निकिता, वेरी गुड. अभी आगे बढ़ते हैं. फ्रेंड्स, नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑनवर्ड्स. ओके, द क्वेश्चन इज what is supply? The question is, what is supply? The question is, what is supply? See, everyone, supply, it's rather a very easy thing to understand. See, supply refers to quantity of a commodity. What is it? Quantity of a commodity. Supply refers to quantity of a commodity which the producers are willing to bring to the market for sale at a particular price at a particular point of time. Supply refers to the quantity of the commodity which the producers are able and willing to bring to the market for sale at a particular price at a particular point of time. Meaning, supply उस quantity को बोलते हैं जो एक प्रोड्यूसर मार्केट में लाकर एक पर्टिकुलर समय पे बेचने के लिए तैयार होता है एक पर्टिकुलर प्राइस पर. समझ गए बात को? सप्लाई वो क्वांटिटी है जो एक प्रोड्यूसर एक मार्केट में लाकर एक पर्टिकुलर प्राइस पर प्रोडक्ट को बेचने के लिए तैयार हो जाता है. जितनी क्वांटिटी वो बेचने के लिए तैयार है उस क्वांटिटी को हम लोग सप्लाई बोलते हैं. द क्वांटिटी विच द प्रोड्यूसर इज विलिंग टू ब्रिंग टू द मार्केट फॉर सेल at a particular price at a particular point of time is what supply is. So what is important? Now, two things: suppliers' willingness to bring to the market for sale at a particular price and at a particular point of time. Hopefully it's crystal clear, everyone. Great. Great. Sir, we have understood this much. Sir, we have understood this much. Okay. So if somebody asks you what is supply, you got to understand it's the quantity of a commodity which the producers are willing to bring to market for sale at a particular price at a particular point of time. Okay. Now, friends, we talk about stock versus supply. We talk about stock versus supply. We talk about stock versus supply. Okay. So there are two different concepts. Let me elaborate for you the difference between stock and supply, if all of you are ready. Okay. Friends, suppose I have a godown. Okay. Friends, suppose I am a supplier of a certain commodity and I am having my own godown. Okay. Here I draw the godown. See, this is my godown. Okay. All right. Now everyone, this is the producer and he is checking. There are, let's say, 12 boxes of a certain commodity put in his godown. Okay. 12 boxes are kept. Now, the price per box, everyone, the price per box is, let's say, around rupees 1,000. Now, the supplier, this person, Mr. A, thinks that the price is going to rise and become, let's say, rupees 1,500 in the future. So what Mr. A does is, presently, he brings to the market 3 boxes for sale. So these 3 boxes, he is ready to bring to the market for sale. So see, these 3 boxes are gone and these 3 boxes have come to the market for sale. So my dear students, if you see total, he has how many boxes? 12 boxes. But how many is he ready to sell At the current market price of rupees 1000, he is ready to sell only 3 boxes. Rather, the 9 boxes that he is having, he is going to save it for the future to sell it at a higher price. This is what I mean when I say supply. The quantity that you are ready to sell to in the market is supply. That is 3 boxes. And the ones which you are storing for the future prices to rise, that is the concept of stock. Supply is 3 boxes. I hope now it is clear, everyone. Now the difference between stock and supply is clear. To translate it into Hindi, stock मतलब वो commodity जो आपके पास है, ठीक? सप्लाई मतलब वो क्वांटिटी जो आपके पास है और आप उसे बेचने के लिए जो करंट प्राइस है उस पर रेडी भी है. जस्ट बिकॉज हमारे पास कमोडिटी गोडाउन में रखा हुआ है, इसका मतलब वो सप्लाई नहीं है जब तक हम लोग उसको बेचने के लिए रेडी नहीं है. अब आपको उम्मीद है क्लियर होगा. वेरी वेरी गुड. ओके ओके. Hopefully it's clear now. Everyone, it's clear now. So when I say what is supply, it is the quantity of a commodity which the producers are willing to bring to market for sale at a particular price at a particular point of time. And what is the difference between stock and supply? Supply is what you are ready to bring to the market for sale at a particular price. While stock refers to what you are already having, but you are not ready to sell. Clear. Very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. Okay. So supply is what a producer is ready to bring to the market for sale at a particular price, while stock is what you are having, but you are not ready to sell. सप्लाई वो क्वांटिटी है जो प्रोड्यूसर एक करंट प्राइस पर बाजार में लाकर जिस प्राइस पर प्रोडक्ट बेचने को तैयार है, जबकि स्टॉक है वो क्वांटिटी जो प्रोड्यूसर के पास है तो सही, बट करंट प्राइस पर वो बेचने के लिए तैयार शायद नहीं. बट सप्लाई में वो करंट प्राइस पर प्रोडक्ट बेचने के लिए तैयार है, और जितना क्वांटिटी बेचने को तैयार है उसी को सप्लाई बोलते हैं. अब इसके बाद कोई गुंजाइश नहीं है डाउट रहने का. ठीक है, चलिए एक एमसीक्यू सॉल्व करते हैं. लेट्स सॉल्व एन एमसीक्यू. सप्लाई रेफर्स टू quantity of commodities which producers are willing to sell. Option A, at a particular price. B, at a particular point of time. C, both. D, none. So what do you think? Which is the one? Come on, everyone. Very good. So as I can see, Aniket has answered, Vaidehi has answered, and your answers are absolutely correct. No problem there. That yes, when you talk about both, it is correct answer. It is both A and B. Okay. So friends, about supply, you need to ensure 3 things. The producer should be ready to sell. The producer should be able to sell. Ability plus willingness. Willingness to is first point only, so no need to write. There should be a willingness to sell. There should be ability to sell. And another thing is supply is a flow concept. Supply is a flow concept. Sir, what does flow concept mean? Means it keeps changing with time. It keeps changing with time. For example, if I give you a bucket of water, this is a stock because the water in the bucket is always constant. But suppose I put a tap here and that tap after every second is dropping some water here. That is a flow concept. Similarly, supply changes every moment, and hence supply is also everyone a flow concept. I hope it's crystal clear, everyone. Supply is what concept? Flow concept. Correct. Yes. Yes. Same was the case with demand, correct. Willingness to buy. We were talking about willingness to buy because we were talking about consumer. Now we are talking about willingness to sell. That is the primary difference between demand and supply. Okay. So this question is very easy then. MCQ. Supply is a static concept. Option A. Supply is a flow concept. Option B. Supply is a stock concept. Option C. And none of these. Which one do you think is the answer? Just now we have discussed, so nobody will make a mistake here. Yes, you got it correct that supply is a flow concept indeed. Correct. Yes, same with demand. Now, features or factors affecting supply and determinants of supply both mean the same thing. I should rather say, or both mean the same thing, friends. We are studying factors affecting supply or determinants of supply. Until then, I will summarize the entire discussion held so far in both Hindi and English. Okay. So English, I'll go a bit fast. Please catch up with me. Supply is the quantity of a commodity which the producers are able and willing to bring to the market for sale at a particular price at a particular point of time. It is a flow concept. It talks about readiness and willingness to sell at a particular price. What you are having doesn't matter. What you are ready to sell at that particular price is what supply is and what a flow concept is. Now in Hindi, सप्लाई वो क्वांटिटी है जो प्रोड्यूसर बाजार में लाकर बेचने को तैयार है एक पर्टिकुलर प्राइस पर, उस क्वांटिटी को सप्लाई बोलते हैं. जितना सामान हमारे पास है वो स्टॉक है, बट जितना बेचने को तैयार है वो सप्लाई है. स्टॉक और सप्लाई अलग होते हैं. स्टॉक तो अलग है, सप्लाई फ्लो कॉन्सेप्ट है. होपफुली क्लियर है यहां तक. आगे बढ़े. यस, when we talk about supply, we talk about per unit of time, per week, per month, per year. So per unit of time. Point of time means stock concept. Supply is a flow concept. So we talk about per unit of time. Write down. In supply, we talk about per unit of time. This is why it is flow concept. If it was point of time, it would have been a stock concept. So supply is a flow concept, dear students. Supply is a flow concept, dear students. Great. So now let's talk about factors affecting supply. You all must remember that we had also spoken about determinants of supply. Do you remember that, friends? Yes. Similarly, we are talking about factors affecting supply. The first factor being price of own commodity. The first factor being price of own commodity. Price of own commodity. Price of own commodity. So demand may it was also the first factor, na? Yes, in supply also it's the first factor. Now see what happens, everyone. When price rises, pay attention. Think from producer's perspective. When price will rise, producer will be happy. Acha, when we talk about price, other factors remain constant, just like in demand. When we talk about one factor, other factors are assumed to be constant. I repeat, when we talk about one factor, other factors are assumed to be constant. I repeat, when we talk about one factor, other factors are assumed to be constant. When we talk about one factor, other factors are assumed to be constant. I have repeated it 4 to 5 times now. Come on, yaar. Okay. So now, friends, let's pay attention here. When price of a commodity rises, producers' profit margin rises. When price of a commodity rises, producers' profit margin rises. When price rises, profit margin rises, hence quantity supplied rises. Hence quantity supplied rises. Acha, sir, what about cost? I told na, other factors are assumed to be constant. So if price is rising, it means that it is translating to rise in profit. And hence quantity supplied will rise because producers will feel more motivated to produce because they are making more profits now. Correct? This is how a supply curve looks like. Upward sloping. You want to see how it is plotted? Yes, sir. Please show it to us. See. I'll show it to you. Price is P1. Quantity supplied is Q1. Price went up to P2. Quantity supplied went up to Q2. So if you join them, you can clearly see that it is upward sloping. ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है. This is also called direct relation. This is also called direct relation. upward sloping. Remember, our curve is always read left to right. So from left to right, it is obviously rising. And hence we are saying it to be upward sloping or a positive curve. So what kind of relationship is there between price and supply? I am giving you all two options. Option A, direct relationship. Option B, inverse relationship. What do you think, friends? Direct relationship or inverse? When we talk about price and supply, which relation do you see? Absolutely correct. Sir, there is direct relationship. Inverse is in case of demand. In demand, it happens that price rises, quantity demanded falls. But in supply, प्राइस बढ़ता है तो क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड भी बढ़ते चला जाता है. प्राइस बढ़ता है तो क्वांटिटी सप्लाइड भी बढ़ते चला जाता है. करेक्ट. करेक्ट. Now we talk about price of other goods. Now we talk about price of other goods. Okay. Suppose my dear students, suppose pay attention. Suppose you have raw material as a leather. Okay. Suppose you have raw material leather in your godown. Okay. Now out of this leather, you can make belts also, leather belts. You can make jackets also. Now you hear in the market, okay, now you hear in the market, initially you were making belts, okay. Now you hear in the market that price of jackets are rising. What will you want to do? You will want to produce more of belts or more of jackets? I will repeat my statement. You have raw material leather. Initially, पहले आप बेल्ट्स बनाया करते थे. बाद में आपको न्यूज आता है कि आजकल मार्केट में जैकेट्स की कीमत बढ़ते चली जा रही है. तो आप बेल्ट्स बनाना शुरू करोगे, बेल्ट को बढ़ाओगे प्रोडक्शन, या बेल्ट का प्रोडक्शन कम करके जैकेट्स का प्रोडक्शन बढ़ाओगे? क्या लगता है आप लोगों को, क्या करेंगे एज अ प्रोड्यूसर? Great. Sir, so people are saying, sir, we will reduce the production of belts, we will reduce the production of belts and increase the production of jackets. This is what I was telling, that if price of jackets are rising in the market, then price of belts, that is other commodity, is going to fall. I mean, not the price of belts, rather the quantity supplied of belts is going to fall and quantity supplied of jackets is going to rise. We are assuming that price of belts is constant. Always remember that when you study one factor, all the other factors are assumed to be constant. Correct. Correct. That is exactly my point. So friends, we have studied two factors which affect supply. Number one is the factor price of own commodity. Number one is the factor price of own commodity. Number two is the price of other commodities. Okay. Now here only, if price of other goods were falling, then we will reduce their supply. But if their prices are rising, we will increase their supply. Finished. Now, a question comes in the form of MCQ in front of you all. This is, I believe, the third or the fourth MCQ of the day. What is the question? If price of tea rises, the producer of coffee will do what? Increase supply of tea. B, increase supply of coffee. C, decrease supply of coffee. Or D, both A and C. What say? What say everyone? Very good. So see what is happening. If price of tea is rising, producer will want to produce more tea, correct? I mean, grow more tea in their plantation. And see, though price of coffee is constant, still, if we want to increase production of tea, we will have to reduce production of coffee. So therefore, both A and C, and hence option D is the answer. Option D is the answer. That yes, when price of tea rises, increase supply of tea. But to increase that, प्लांटेशन का साइज तो लिमिटेड है, तो जिस प्लांटेशन में टी ग्रो करेंगे अब अपने को कॉफी कम करना पड़ेगा, एंड देयरफॉर डिक्रीज सप्लाई ऑफ कॉफी. So answer is both A and C, everyone. Answer is both A and C, everyone. So two factors we have done. Number one factor was price of own commodity. Number two was price of other commodities. Now we talk about input prices or prices of factors of production. Input prices or prices of factors of production. We are talking about input prices or prices of factors of production. Again, what are we speaking about now? Input prices or prices of factors of production. Hopefully all of us are ready now. Okay, let's go then. See now. Suppose everyone, I will give you an example to make it clear. Pay attention everyone. Okay. Suppose to manufacture, let's say a t-shirt. We are talking about a t-shirt. Okay. Let's talk about a t-shirt now. To manufacture t-shirt, suppose we need cotton, we need some dye, and we need some labor input. Okay. Suppose we need these three. Suppose cotton costs, let's say rupees 500 for this t-shirt. Just assuming dye costs rupees 50, labor costs rupees 50. Okay. So now total input price is rupees 600. Total input price, tip, total input price. Okay. Now assume that your selling price is, as a producer, is, let's say 700. So how much profit you are making? Rupees 100. Okay, everyone. Now let me ask you one thing. If price you have to maintain 700, but you get the news from the market that now cotton will cost rupees 650, I mean rupees 550, then your total input price will become what? 500 will become 550, to 600 will become, yes, 650. 600 will become what? 600 will become 650. 600 will become what? 600 will become 650. Is that correct? Yes, sir, that is correct. So friends, if total input price has become 650, your profit margin has what? Fallen down, because initially by selling it at 700, you were making profit of 100. Now your profit is 50.
Progress.
We will not change selling price. I told now other factors are assumed to be, come on, complete it. Other factors are assumed to be constant. Yes. So here price will also be assumed to be, yes, constant selling price, because we are only manipulating the input prices now. जब भी कोई factor पढ़ो, whenever we study any factor, we will manipulate only that factor, not any other factor we will touch. Is that clear, everyone? Great, very good. Now let me ask you about state of technology. Now friends, there are two things. A technology can be advanced or a technology can be obsolete. Obsolete means purana. Purana. Obsolete means what? Purana. Now there are two options, you tell me. If you are using advanced technology, what will you do? You will raise the supply or you will reduce the supply? Sir, obviously, come on. If the technology is advanced, then automatically common sense dictates quantity supplied will rise. And if the technology is obsolete or poor, obviously quantity supplied is going to fall. I mean, there is no second thought about this. Correct, sir. Correct, sir. So 4 factors we have discussed. Let's come to the 5th MCQ of the day. Okay. Mrs. B discovers that input price of her products are rising. What will happen to supply? Okay, input prices are rising, remember? So what will happen to supply? Supply will increase, decrease? You can't comment, or D is none. What say everyone? So yes, very good everyone. Decrease. Why? Because you see that if input prices rises, selling price being the same, so suppose input price is 600, profit is 100. If input price rises to 650, profit is going to fall. So there is inverse relation. If input price or price of factors of production rise, then profit margin will fall, and so quantity supplied will fall. But if input prices fall, profit margin will rise, quantity supplied will rise, everyone. Hopefully it's clear, everybody. Let me ask you the next question. Mr. A and Mr. B are in printing business. Both A and B are in printing business. Mr. A is using obsolete machinery. B is using latest technology. Very good. Who do you think will have lesser supply? I mean, who will supply less? The question is asking you, everyone, who will supply less? A or B? Your options are A, B, both, or none. Who will supply less? Obviously, sir, because A is using Purana technology, obsolete technology, the quantity supplied will A be with via A will be lesser because A is relying on poor technology or rather old technology. Very good. So friends, next one is government policy. But before that, I am waiting 2 minutes for your reply. If you have any question, now is the time to ask me that. I'm waiting for 2 to 3 minutes. Then I will move to the fifth factor affecting supply. Correct. Right. Okay. Very good. Yes, Ardhindu, Ritu, Nikita. Correct, Ankita. Amit. Correct answer. Asha. Correct. So yes, everyone is on board so far. So let's move on to the next topic then. Now you see, we are discussing about government policy. Now you see, we are discussing about government policy. Okay. Now we are discussing about government policy. So see, in input prices, we have seen that if price of input rises, profit margin will fall. If input becomes expensive, profit margin will fall. On price remaining the same, and therefore quantity supplied will fall. Now moving on, government policy. See, a simple concept, a very easy concept. Okay. Suppose everyone, our total cost of production, suppose our total COP, cost of production, is suppose rupees 500. Selling price is rupees 700. Okay. It is just like input prices only. Now, if government imposes taxes of rupees 100, then total becomes 600. So what is the profit now? Friends, profit is 700 minus 600, that is left is rupees 100. Now my question to you is, if government increases the taxes further from 100 to let's say 150, what will happen to profit? Will profit rise or will profit fall? You will answer me this much. प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा कि घटेगा ये बताइए आप. Yes, input means the material cost. Now, obviously, if taxes rise, it means that cost is rising and therefore profit is falling. And if profit is falling, quantity supplied will also correct. Reduce or fall. Reduce or fall. Correct. But now, this is taxes. Okay, this is taxes. Now I will explain you subsidies. Taxes understood everyone under government policies. Very good. Everyone has given the correct answer so far. Now, let's talk about subsidies now. Okay? Subsidies now. Suppose government is giving not a tax, not imposing a tax, rather government is giving a subsidy. Sir, what is subsidy? Subsidy is like a help that producers receive from government. So it is like a negative tax. Here government is not taking money from us, rather giving money to us or helping us financially. So if you see, if government is giving subsidy of 100 rupees, then actual cost is how much? Actual cost is rupees 400. So you put here cost price 400. So what is the profit margin here, everyone? Yes, you all are correct. 300. Now, everyone, you all tell me, if government reduces the subsidy, so suppose subsidy of 100 is no, it is becoming 50 now. So therefore, actual cost will rise because now government is helping less. So profit will fall. Yes or no, everyone? And so profit will fall. So when subsidy falls, profit margin will fall. And this is why, to sum it up, what did we learn? You can draw this in government policy. If taxes rise, this means cost is rising. And if cost is rising, price remaining constant, quantity supplied will fall. And similarly, if subsidy rises, cost will fall. If subsidy rises, cost will fall. If subsidy rises, cost will fall. And if cost falls, quantity supplied rises. There it is, everyone. Yes. So in tax and subsidy, the difference is in tax, government is taking money from us. So it is like a pain that we are feeling. But in subsidy, government is giving money to us. Like farmers get subsidy from government. So here we are getting relief from government. It reduces the cost. Since subsidy reduces the cost, quantity supplied will rise. And since tax increases the cost, quantity supplied will fall. I hope everyone, it's crystal clear to all of us. Government provides subsidies in different cases. Let's say farmers, the season was not good, the weather or the climate was not good. So farmers may be helped by the government by providing subsidies. Just remember this much now. If tax rises, cost is rising, so supply will fall. And if subsidy rises, cost will fall, and so supply will rise because profit margin is after all rising. Hopefully it's crystal clear, everyone. Very good. Very good. Now in Hindi, अगर गवर्नमेंट हमारे ऊपर टैक्स लगाता है, टैक्स लगाने का मतलब है हमारे ऊपर एक दर्द है, करेक्ट? और इसका मतलब हमारा खर्चा बढ़ गया। अगर टैक्स लगाया सरकार ने तो हमारा खर्चा बढ़ गया। अगर दोस्तों हमारा खर्चा बढ़ गया, इसका मतलब हमारा प्रॉफिट मार्जिन क्या हुआ? घट गया। यस और नो? हाँ जी सर। पर उल्टा सोचिए आप, अगर गवर्नमेंट ने हमें सब्सिडी दी, सब्सिडी का मतलब गवर्नमेंट ने हमें कुछ पैसे दिए, मदद की हमारी। जब गवर्नमेंट से हमें पैसे मिले, हमारा खर्चा बढ़ा थोड़ी, कम हो गया, तो हमारा प्रॉफिट मार्जिन क्या होगा? बढ़ जाएगा, और इस वजह से सप्लाई बढ़ जाएगा। अगर सरलता के साथ बात बताऊं तो टैक्स जो है खर्चा बढ़ाता है, तो सप्लाई घटाता है, और सब्सिडी जो है वो खर्चा कमाता है, घटाता है हमारा, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट हमें मदद कर रहा है। तो प्रॉफिट मार्जिन बढ़ रहा है, तो सप्लाई ऑटोमेटिकली बढ़ रहा है। उम्मीद करता हूं अब सबको क्लियर होगा बात। वेरी गुड। Now, nature and size of industry. Now, everyone, what is nature and size of industry? Suppose if there are a lot number of sellers in the market. So if everyone, number of sellers increase, tell me what? If number of sellers, if what? Number of sellers, number of sellers rise, then automatically everybody, what will happen to quantity supplied? You will tell me what will happen to quantity supplied. Obviously, if the number of sellers rises, then quantity supplied will also rise. And if it is a monopoly industry, that is, there is only one business, then obviously there will be lesser quantity supplied. Come on, here it is self-explanatory. All of you know this, everyone, right? Come on, everyone. Yes. Now moving on to the next one. Now moving on to the next one. Government has decided to impose, pay attention, government has decided to impose 20% tax more on production of leather, right? What will happen to quantity supplied? So what has government decided? That government will impose 20% tax more on production of leather items. Government has decided that on production of leather items, it will impose 20% more tax. You all answer me what will happen to quantity supplied. What will happen to quantity supplied? Come on, everyone. Obviously, if tax rises, quantity supplied will fall. If tax rises, quantity supplied will fall. That's correct. Very good. Correct. If tax rises, everyone, if tax rises, quantity supplied will fall. That's correct. Because it increases the costs. Friends, sixth point also we have done. Shall we talk about seventh point, everyone? Very good. Now we talk about expectation of producers or expectations regarding future prices. Are we ready, everyone? Seventh one is the last point I am explaining. Expectations regarding future prices. Expectations regarding future prices. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Expectations regarding future prices. Now, everyone, what is happening here? Suppose you are a producer. Okay, this person is a producer. Now, what this person thinks is that price of bags, which is currently rupees 1,000. Suppose this is COVID time. Price bags are selling at 1,000 rupees only. Okay. But now this person thinks that after COVID, the price of bags will again become rupees 5,000. Okay. So if they are expecting that in future, price is going to rise, then you all answer me, what will happen to quantity supplied? If they are expecting that future price is going to rise, then what will happen to quantity supplied at present? Will this person want to supply more today or supply more in the future and less today? Answer me this. Very logical question. I will translate it into Hindi. एक प्रोड्यूसर को लगता है कि जो बैग्स है जिनका कीमत आज 1,000 रुपया है, कोविड खत्म हो जाने के बाद उनका कीमत वापस 5,000 हो जाएगा। तो इसको लगता है कि फ्यूचर में प्राइसेस बैग का बढ़ेगा। तो ये आज क्या करेगा सप्लाई बैग का? आज बैग का सप्लाई बढ़ाएगा कि घटाएगा, जिससे फ्यूचर में बेच सके ज्यादा? क्या लॉजिकल लग रहा है? आज के डेट पर क्या होगा ये बताइए। टेल मी व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन इन द प्रेजेंट। Very good. क्या बात है? Very, very good. Very good. So, as you all correctly pointed out, or rather realized, that expectation regarding future price. So, if they are expecting that in future price is going to rise, then at the present they will reduce their quantity so that they can sell more at a higher price at a later date. Yes or no? Less today and more in future. Very good. Very, very good. Correct answer, everyone. I hope it's clear. So if producer is expecting that prices in the future, that is price in the future is going to fall, that is in the future, price is going to fall, then in the present, what will happen to supply? Then in the present, supply will rise because they are worried ki, oh my God, in future price will fall. It's better that I sell all of this stock now. Otherwise, I will get a lesser price in the future. To the contrary, there is inverse relation here as well. To the contrary, if they think that no, in future price is rising, then therefore what will they do in the present? Obviously, they will reduce the supply in the present. Okay, we will take care of it at a later date. Hopefully, it's crystal clear, everyone. Then answer me this question. If so far it's clear, then answer me this question. Okay. Price of A is rupees 10 and has been rising for a while. B is a competitive product of A. Okay. So they are like substitutes of one another. Very good. How will the supplier of B react if price of B is constant? How will the supplier of B react? The question is, how will the supplier of B react if price of B is constant, but price of A is constantly rising? What will the supplier of B do? Increase continuously the supply of B? Remember, price of B is constant, or they will increase the supply of A. Option C, sir, we don't know. Option D, sir, we can't say. Obviously, C and D will not be the answer. In A and B, you tell me what will the answer be. So see, if price of A is rupees 10, and since it's rising, the producer will want to increase supply of A and reduce supply of B. So the answer is B. Here the answer is B. It is the 7th or 8th MCQ of the day, everyone. Very good. A supply, they will increase supply of A, not B, because B is constant. A's price is rising. So they will want to take benefit of rising prices. And so B is the correct answer. Very, very good, everyone. Friends, let's summarize it for a while. What are the different relationships that we have seen? In factors affecting supply or determinants of supply, number one is own price. So there is a direct relation. If own price rises, profit margin rises, and hence quantity supplied rises. A direct relationship that we see here. If we talk about price of other goods, then what happens in price of other goods? If price of other goods rises, producers would be tempted to produce those goods because the profit is more in those goods. And so the present quantity, commodity of the quantity of present commodity being produced will fall. The quantity of present commodity being produced will fall. Correct. Then third factor, input prices. If input prices rises, cost rises, profit falls. So quantity supplied will fall. So there is an inverse relationship that we see here in case of input prices. Fourth, state of technology. Obviously, if technology is advanced, quantity supplied will be more. If obviously technology is poor or obsolete, quantity supplied will fall. It's obvious. Government policy. There can be two things. If government is imposing more taxes, it's like raising the input price, and so supply will fall. But if government is giving subsidies, it's like reduction in cost and hence increase in supply because profit margin is going to rise, you see. All right, sir. Great. Next is nature and size of industry. Next one is nature and size of industry. Everyone, if industry is of a larger size, quantity supplied will rise. Everyone, if industry is of a larger size, quantity supplied is going to rise. But if industry is of a smaller size, quantity supplied is going to fall. Correct. Next is expectations regarding future prices. Next is everyone expectations regarding future prices. So if you expect that in future price is going to rise, then at the present quantity supplied is going to fall. But if you expect that in the future price is going to rise, then at present quantity supplied will fall. Correct, everyone? Very, very good. This is what we have revised so far. Shall we move on to law of supply if all of us are ready? Okay, sir, let's go then. Law of supply. Just like law of demand said, what did law of demand say? Law of demand said that if there is a rise in price of a commodity, quantity demanded will fall, other factors remaining constant. Remember law of demand? Similar to that, law of supply states that if price of a commodity rise, price means own price. If price of the commodity rises, then for that commodity, quantity supplied will rise. And if price of a product falls, then for that commodity, quantity supplied will fall. Other factors remaining constant. Other factors remaining constant. Other factors remaining constant. So we kind of see a direct relation here. We kind of see a direct relation here. Hopefully it's clear, everybody. Come on, everyone. Correct. Acha. Other factors remaining constant, everyone, is also called ceteris paribus. Ceteris paribus. Ceteris. Ceteris. Paribus. Paribus. So there is ceteris paribus, everyone. Hopefully it's crystal clear, everyone. Correct. So what is assumed to be constant? Price of other commodities, etc. Acha, I have one more question. I will not give you option this time. Please answer me this question. Supply curve is dash sloping. I will not answer. You will answer. What is supply curve sloping like? How is the diagram sloped of supply curves? Correct. Upward sloping. Sir, how so? Please show us the diagram. Okay, I will show you. I'll redraw the diagram for you all so that you don't get confused. Now, friends, suppose originally price is rupees 1. So quantity supplied is 5. If price is 2, quantity is 35. Because when price rises, profit increases. So supply will rise. Now see, let's draw the curve here. This is the price axis. This is the quantity axis. Now what is happening here is price is P1, quantity is Q1. Okay, everyone? So here they are intersecting. Now, as we discussed, that if price is rising, quantity is what? Yes, rising, everyone. So see, it's here now. Again, when price is rising, quantity is rising, it's here now. So the curve is somewhat like this. This is called upward sloping. We have discussed this upward sloping or a positive sloping supply curve. I hope it's clear, everybody. Great. Now, we move on to the next topic, everyone. I hope all of us are ready. It is called movement versus shift. I hope all of us are ready. I will write down this again for you so that nobody faces any problem. Okay, all of you are ready, I suppose. Okay. So the heading is movement versus shift of supply, or we call it to be change in quantity supplied versus change in supply. Change in quantity supplied versus change in supply. Remember, movement is called change in quantity supplied and shift is called change in supply. In English, both may look like the same, but in economics, they have a completely different meaning. Movement is called change in quantity supplied, while shift is called change in supply. Hopefully, everyone has understood this much. Okay, ready then. Let's go. Let's go, everyone. Okay. So left side is movement. Right side is shift. Okay, let's go. See, whenever there is a rise or fall in supply due to own price, it is much like demand. Much kya? Same like demand. If there is a rise or fall in supply due to own price, that is movement. But if there is a rise or fall in, I mean supply, if there is a rise or fall in supply, not due to own price, but due to some other factor affecting supply, that is called shift. That is called shift. That is called shift. Okay. So number one, movement. Rise, movement refers to rise or fall in supply due to own price. OP means own price. Due to own price, OFRC, other factors remaining constant. Other factors like technology, etc., remain constant here. Good? Yes, sir, good. But if there is a rise or fall in supply due to other factors, own price remaining constant. Yes, here you see own price is remaining constant. Own price is remaining constant. OPRC. Own price is remaining constant here, everyone. Yes, sir. That is what is the primary difference between movement and shift. OPRC means own price constant. Okay. Now, everyone, in movement, there are two types of supply, much like in demand we studied. Here also there are two types, expansion and contraction. Acha, remember expansion is also called extension. And next one is contraction. Expansion of supply and contraction of supply. And shift is also of two types. The two types being increase in supply and decrease in supply. Increase in supply and decrease in supply. Correct, everyone? Correct, sir. Now, everyone, when there is expansion, I am drawing for you the diagram of expansion. But before that, what is expansion? When price rises, quantity supplied also rises. This is expansion, full stop. Diagram looks like this. Pay attention. See, it is P1. This quantity is Q1. Then price rises to P2. Quantity rises to Q2. It's here, everyone. So friends, if you join this, can you see it? That you have moved upward. Remember, in demand curve, we move downward along the same curve in case of expansion. In case of supply, we move upward along the same curve. So in expansion, there is upward movement along same curve. There is upward movement along the same curve. SC means same curve. Right. And if we talk about contraction, everyone, a fall in price would lead to reduction in quantity supplied. Would lead to reduction in quantity supplied. So, a diagram I would show you here. There is downward movement here, if you see carefully. Price, quantity supplied. Now, let's say price is P1, quantity is higher, Q1. Because if price is higher, quantity is higher. So they are intersecting here. Now suppose price fell, quantity also fell. So here there is downward movement along the same curve. Here there is downward movement along the same curve. Downward along the same curve. Downward movement along the same curve. That is what contraction is. You have moved here downward along the same curve. The curve remains the same. In, demand, in contraction, there was upward movement along the same curve, if you have practiced it. Okay. Now coming to this side, coming back to this side, increase and decrease, increase in supply. Increase in supply may price remains constant, but there is a rise in quantity supplied due to some other factor. So how does the diagram look exactly, sir? See here. So price is constant. This is price line, this is quantity line. Here price is constant. So initially quantity supplied line is like this, and then there is a rightward shift. So this is much like demand also. In demand also there was rightward shift when there was increase. So here also there is a rightward shift in case of increase. In case of increase, there is what shift, everyone? Rightward shift, rightward shift, rightward shift. Correct. But if we talk about decrease, everyone, if we talk about decrease, everyone, decrease. Here price remains the same. Price नहीं बदलता है. Quantity supplied reduces due to some other factor. Maybe technology became obsolete or something like that. Government increased taxes for reasons like that. So what happens is here, price remains the same. But if this was the original quantity supplied, it falls and it shifts left. So everyone, what we see here is a leftward shift. What we see here is a leftward shift. This is what it is, everyone. Online, everyone, crystal clear, yes or no? Come on, everyone. Come on, everyone. Is that crystal clear, friends? Very good. So friends, let me ask you this question then. Another MCQ. It is the 8th or 9th one of today. In case of demand, extension will lead to dash movement. In case of supply, extension or expansion will lead to dash movement. A good question. Come on, tell me. See, both the cases, there is extension. So along the same curve we are. That you remember. But upward or downward? Come on, tell me. A, B, C or D? See, it will not be leftward, rightward or rightward, leftward because that is the case of shift. We are talking about expansion, not increase or decrease. So these two are eliminated. Now in A or B, you all tell me what do you think? Very good. So see, in case of demand, extension leads to downward movement. And in case of supply, extension leads to upward movement. We have done this today. You see, here we have done this. In case of expansion, there is upward movement along the same curve. You see, here it is. Did you see it, everyone? And I told you that in case of demand, in case of expansion, there is along the same curve downward movement. Yes. Increase of supply means when quantity supplied rises due to factor like government giving more subsidies, better technology being used, etc. This causes a rightward shift. Increase in supply causes a rightward shift, friends. Causes a rightward shift, friends. Yes. Next question. In case of increase in supply, 10th one, in case of increase in supply, what will remain constant? In case of increase in supply, price of related goods, price of own commodities, income or nature of technology. Which factor will remain constant? The question is in case of increase in supply. Come on. You all answer me. Very good. Because we are talking about increase and decrease, here price of own goods are assumed to be constant. Very, very good. Nikita, correct answer. Gautam, correct answer. Ankit, correct answer. Chanchal, correct answer. Very good. Almost all of you are giving correct answer only. Very good. So friends, now if for 5 minutes somebody wants to go and drink water, etc., etc., I am allowing you 5 minutes. In the meantime, I am here only, so I am taking doubts. Anybody having any doubts can please ask me. Others, I am not starting anything new for the next 5 minutes. Okay. So you all may ask me any doubt. Good. Wow. No doubts. Okay. We are waiting for other friends so that after 2, 3 minutes we can start. When government provides subsidy, I told you, depends on the situation. If the situation of a particular industry is not good, then government gives subsidy. So suppose this time the climate was not good enough for, so farmers will suffer a loss. So to help the farmers, government might give some subsidy. इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज हिंदी में ओके इंक्रीज इन सप्लाई का मतलब होता है जब सप्लाई बढ़ता है प्राइस कांस्टेंट है बट किसी और कारण की वजह से क्या पता नया टेक्नोलॉजी आ जाए ठीक है क्या पता गवर्नमेंट कुछ सब्सिडी दे दिया मतलब किसी भी और कारणवश प्राइस को छोड़कर खुद के प्राइस को छोड़कर किसी भी और कारणवश अगर कमोडिटी का सप्लाई बढ़ता है तो उसे इंक्रीज कहते हैं और घटता है तो डिक्रीज याद रखिएगा इसमें ओन प्राइस को कांस्टेंट मान के चल रहे हैं हाइपोथेटिकल का मतलब होता है एक अज्यूम सप्लाई सप्लाई शेड्यूल शेड्यूल का मतलब क्या होता है टेबल जैसे ये आप ऊपर में देखिए ना ये जो टेबल बनाया हुआ है ना इसी को शेड्यूल बोलते हैं इंडिविजुअल है तो एक डेटा मार्केट होगा तो 2, 3 सप्लायर्स को एक साथ ऐड कर दीजिएगा सप्लाई को जैसे डिमांड में किए थे नंबर ऑफ सेलर्स ओके वन ऑफ आवर फ्रेंड्स इज आस्किंग कि नंबर ऑफ सेलर्स वाला पॉइंट फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग सप्लाई का बताइए सो सी डियर स्टूडेंट इफ द नंबर ऑफ sellers in the industry increases then everybody will be supplying so supply will rise if number of sellers is less in the industry supply will fall bus that is it price of factors of production means input prices if input prices become महंगा or if input prices go up if input prices go up automatically your profit margin will go down because you cannot raise the prices so automatically if input prices go up quantity supplied will go down now in 1 minute we will start so let's Wait for everyone to return. We'll start our discussion in 1 minute. Okay, let's start then. Time period and supply. Let's start, everyone. Time period and supply. Now, this is very important because in the upcoming classes, there is a chapter called production. We will be studying production. That time it is of very important use. So remember this concept. Okay. So according to time period, friends, there are 4 types of supply. Okay. Very short period, long period, or market period, secular period. Okay. I hope all of you are ready. Okay. Now pay attention. We are discussing time period and supply. And as per time period, everyone, we discuss there are 4 types of supply. Very short period, long period, very long period. Sir, what is it? Please explain. Okay. Very short period is such a small period of time that quantity supplied cannot be changed. Sir, example, suppose it's your birthday today. Okay, suppose it's your birthday today. For your friends, you ordered pizza. Now, pizzas were less in number. Pizzas fell short in number. So you wanted one more pizza. So you tell the supplier, let's say Domino's, that give me one more pizza in next 1 minute. Do you think this 1 minute time is enough for Domino's to supply one more pizza? No. This is what a very short period is. The time period is so small that it is not at all possible to even increase supply by 1 unit. Acha. So what is the time period? There is no definition as such. When you all do accounts, your accounts faculties must have taught you that within 1 year we call current assets and current liabilities. Beyond 1 year we say non-current assets or non-current liabilities or long-term liabilities. Yes or no? In economics, there is no such time frame. Very short period can be of any time if in that time frame supply cannot be changed at all. If in a particular time frame supply cannot be changed at all, there is no change in supply possible. If in a particular time frame supply cannot be changed at all, there is no change possible in the supply. That is a very short period. Ceteris paribus means other factors constant. Okay. All right. So that is very short period. Now, then we talk about short period. Friends, short period is that time period where some change in supply is possible. Means here, supply can change thoda, little. Understood or not understood, everyone? Where supply can change by a very limited quantity. Okay. Sir, can you give us an example? Yes. So suppose this pizza you ordered, you tell this person that, okay, I need 5 pizzas in next 1 hour. It is doable. But in next 1 hour, if you want 50 pizzas, is it doable? No, sir. So short period refers to a time period where supply can increase by some quantity, but not by huge quantity. Supply can increase by some quantity, but not by huge quantity. I hope it's crystal clear, everyone. That is a short period where supply can increase by some quantity, not by huge quantity. Here, some factors are variable, some are fixed. Meaning, meaning you can apply more workers to the work. But some things like land, machinery cannot be changed in such short period. This is called a fixed time period. Hopefully it's crystal clear, everyone. Hopefully it's crystal clear, everyone. Come on. It's clear. Very good. Now we talk about long period. This is such a time period where any change in supply is possible. This is such a time period where all factors of production are variable. So you can increase supply by any amount. Suppose the same Domino's person, you say that in next 2 months later, you will be needing 100 pizzas for your birthday. So 2 months is enough for 100 pizzas to be ready. Domino's can increase one more machine or can employ more staff. They can do anything. And so all factors of production are variable. Such a period is long period where supply can change by any quantity. Yes, sir. I will repeat it in Hindi as well. Secular period. Secular period is such a time period where supply can change by any amount and even the market changes. It's like a period of 20 to 30 years where the entire composition of population changes. For example, 20 years before, or let's say 30 years before, do you think that women used to wear much of jeans in India? No. But now they are. So entire market structure has changed. That is secular period. Very, very long period. Okay. Now let me summarize this entire thing in Hindi once again. Okay. Let's go. So friends, as we were discussing, very short period का मतलब इतना कम समय है आपके पास कि इतने कम समय में आप सप्लाई किसी भी कमोडिटी का 1 यूनिट से भी चाह के नहीं बढ़ा सकते. जैसे आपको अगले 1 मिनट में एक पिज्जा बनवाना है तो वो नहीं बन सकता. वो हो गया वेरी शॉर्ट पीरियड. शॉर्ट पीरियड है वो टाइम पीरियड जहां सप्लाई थोड़ा तो बढ़ सकता है बट बहुत ज्यादा नहीं. अब मान लीजिए आपको अगले 2 घंटे में 5 पिज्जा चाहिए तो वो आपका रेडी होके आ जाएगा. बट अगले 2 घंटे में अगर आपको 5000 पिज्जा चाहिए वो रेडी होकर नहीं आ पाएगा. दैट इज शॉर्ट पीरियड. लॉन्ग पीरियड वो समय है जहां आपको जितना सप्लाई बढ़ाना है बढ़ा सकते हैं. मान लीजिए 2 महीने 3 महीने में आपको 500 पिज्जा चाहिए, हो सकता है. और सेक्युलर पीरियड मतलब वो टाइम पीरियड जब पूरा मार्केट ही चेंज हो गया. मार्केट में जिस तरह के सामान बिक रहे हैं वही बदल चुके हैं. पूरा मार्केट ही एकदम अलग हो चुका है. समय ही बदल गया है. Clear everyone? This is time period versus supply. I hope everyone it's crystal clear everyone. I hope it's crystal clear everyone. Very good. So now if this much is clear, we talk about elasticity of supply. All of you remember elasticity of demand, yes or no? We did elasticity of demand, yes or no everyone? Yes sir, we do remember that. Similar to that, elasticity of supply is there. Variable and fixed we will discuss in production, so don't worry about it now. In production, we will have a lot of time to talk about variable and fixed. Okay. Now, pay attention, everyone. We are discussing elasticity of supply. What is the definition? What is the definition of elasticity of supply, sir? Okay, I will give you the definition. It is the, come on everyone, complete it. Very good. It is the degree of responsiveness It is the degree of responsiveness of quantity supplied to change in on to change in on price of the commodity. Degree of responsiveness of quantity supplied to change in on price of the commodity. Let me give you an example. See, elasticity of supply is equals to percentage change in quantity supplied by percentage change in price. You all must remember this. In demand, we had written demand over here. In supply, we are writing supply over here. Correct, everyone? Yes, sir. So what is it? Percentage change in quantity supplied by percentage change in price. Okay. So pay attention, everyone. It goes like this. Percentage change in quantity supplied, much like demand, we will compute new quantity minus old quantity by old quantity into 100, and percentage change in price equals to new price minus old price by old price into 100. Yes, sir, we got it, sir. Or there is another formula. You all remember that formula? Much like in demand, change in quantity by change in price into original price by original quantity. First of all of you make a note of this, then I will speak any further. When done, write down in the chat, done, sir, so that I can proceed. Great. So let me give you all a question and then we will see what you have understood. A rise in price from rupees 3 to rupees 6 has resulted in rise in supply from 100 units to 150 units, or let's say from 200 units to 250 units. Calculate elasticity of supply. Come on, everyone. So see, original price is rupees 3. Okay. Now price has risen to rupees 6. Original quantity supplied was 200 units. New quantity supplied is 250 units. There are two ways we can solve this. Okay. दो तरीके से अपने इसको solve कर सकते हैं. Alternative 1, elasticity of supply is equals to, you directly write change in quantity by change in price into original price by original quantity. So change in quantity 200 to 250, that is 50. Change in price is 3 to 6, yani increased by 3. New minus old always. into what is original price? 3 rupees. What is original quantity? 200. So 1 by 4 is basically giving you 0.25. So elasticity of supply is how much? 0.25. Very good. Now, everyone pay attention. Abhi, pay attention everyone. This is one method. Alternative 2, I have taught you this formula na. Percentage change in quantity supplied by percentage change in price. Remember? Yes, sir, we remember. So let's compute percentage change in quantity supplied first. What is it? New quantity minus old quantity by old quantity into 100. So everyone, if you take a look here, new quantity is 250 minus old quantity is 200 by old quantity, which is how much? 200 into 100. So it is 50 by 200 into 100. That is 25%. When we talk about percentage change in price, P2 minus P1 by P1 into 100. So new price minus old price by old price into 100. Correct? So everyone 3 by 3 into 100, it becomes 100%. Correct everyone? Right? So elasticity of supply is what? Percentage change in supply by percentage change in price. Percentage change in supply is 25%. Percentage change in price is what? Price. 100%. Percent gone. 25 by 100 is how much? 0.25. You all observe one thing. Here it is by default coming positive only. You know, because there is direct relation between price and quantity supplied. Because there is direct relation. There is direct relation. Therefore, elasticity is by default coming positive only. In demand, it was negative. We had to take mod to convert it into positive sign. Direct relation between price and quantity supplied. This is what makes ES, elasticity of supply, positive everyone. This is what makes elasticity of supply positive everyone. Is that clear everyone? Great. Another question I will be giving you. Elasticity of supply is 2. Price rises from rupees 6 rupees 60 to rupees 80. What will be the new quantity supplied if original quantity supplied was 200 units? Come on, answer me. You have to find out new quantity supplied. Come on, everyone. Do it and then let me know the answer. Very good. See, all of you remember this formula. Elasticity equals to change in quantity by change in price into original price by original quantity. Correct? Now elasticity is to everyone. Change in quantity, we don't know because we have no idea about new quantity. But change in price, we do know that 60 to 80 means it has risen by 20 rupees. Into we know the original price, which is 60 rupees. We know the original quantity, which is 200 units. So everyone, this 23s are okay. So 2 into 200 by 3 is the change in quantity. Yes or no? You all know that if 200 goes this side, it will be multiplied with the numerator. Correct? Change in quantity or rise in quantity is by 400 by 3 units. That is how much, how many units? If you divide approximately, we will take an approximate figure only. Obviously, around 133 units. Okay. I know you want to do it in decimal, no need. Around 133 approx. So this is change in quantity, not new quantity. It is positive, means quantity बढ़ेगा. Positive आया मतलब quantity बढ़ेगा. पुराना क्या quantity था? 200. New quantity will be 200, that is old quantity, plus change in quantity, which is 133. So answer will be 333 units. Very, very good. Swathi, correct answer. Om, correct answer. Vaidehi, you have not completed it. Pratima, it will be 333. Rounding off error you have done. Originally it was 200, na? So from 200, if it increased by 133, it will become 333, na? Very good. Very, very good. Next question, take it. A rise in price by rupees 2 has resulted in fall in quantity demanded. It has resulted in rise in quantity demanded from 10 units to 15 units. Find original price and new price if elasticity of supply is equals to 3. Come on, everybody, try it out. and it is quantity supplied. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. All of us know elasticity equals to change in quantity by change in price into original price by original quantity. Correct, sir? Now elasticity is given to be 3. Change in quantity. So from 10 to 15, yani 5. Rise in price by 2. So change in price is by how much? 2 units. Original price by original quantity. Original price, everyone, now pay attention, yeah. Everyone, original price, we don't know. We have to find. But original quantity we do know. It is 10 units. It is 10 units. Correct, sir? So everyone, 5 2s are 10. So 3 equals to P1 by 4. Therefore, P1 equals to 4 into 3, 12. This is the original price, Purana price. This is the original ya Purana price. What is the new price? It has risen by rupees 2. So obviously, if Purana price is 12, rise by 12 will give you the new price to be 14, obviously. Okay, let's move on. So see, let's compute this one, everyone. Let's solve this one then. Price of bags have risen from 800 to 1000 rupees, because of which quantity supplied has risen from 500 to 600 units. Compute elasticity of supply. Come on, everyone, do it now. Do it now. Solve it, everyone. Very good. I can see some answers. Let's see. See. Let me solve it for you. Everyone pay attention, huh? See. Original price. Always capture the data first. Original price was rupees 800. New price is rupees 1000. Original quantity was 500. New quantity is 600. Now they're asking us elasticity. See. Change in quantity is from 500 to 600. So by 100. Change in price is by 100 to 1000. 800 to 1000. So it is 200. It is 200. Now what is elasticity? Change in quantity by change in price into original price by original quantity. Correct? So change in quantity is 100. Change in price is 200. Original price is आपका 800 and original quantity is 500. Original quantity is 500, right, sir? So 400 by 500, everybody, that you all are correct, is going to give you 0.8. It is automatically giving you 0.8. What does it mean? You remember? It means that for every 1% price change, for every 1% change in price, quantity supplied will change by 0.8% for every 1% change in price. I hope you all understand this. Right, sir. So friends, having done all this, I am planning to now make summary notes with you all for today's class. Everyone, let's go for summary notes. For today's class, pay attention. And don't worry, we have one more class for supply. So easily we will complete in that and we will solve back questions too. Okay. Now pay attention here. All right, let's go. Number one, we understood what is supply. For supply to be constituted, it should be ability plus willingness of the producer to sell at a particular price at a particular point of time. Correct? Number two, we discussed that supply is a flow concept. Supply is a flow concept. We studied this. Okay? Beyond this, we increased our discussion and we discussed factors affecting supply. In factors affecting supply, first point was own price. Here we had understood that there is a direct relationship meaning when price rises, quantity supplied will rise. Obviously, other factors remaining constant. Then we studied price of other goods. Here we studied that if price of other goods rises, then quantity of present good will fall. Present good and quantity of other goods will rise. Like in tea, coffee, we studied that rise in price of tea would result in rise in production of tea and less of coffee. Okay. Then we studied about technology. In technology, we studied as simple as advanced technology, quantity supplied will rise. Backward technology or obsolete technology, old technology, quantity supplied will be less. Then we studied about input prices. If input price or price of factors of production rise, quantity supplied will fall. And if price of factor of production falls, quantity supplied will rise. Obviously, other factors remaining constant as usual, sir. Yes. Everyone done so far? Now moving on to government policy. Government policies. So everyone, there can be two types of policies here. For taxes and for subsidy. If there is a rise in taxes, quantity supplied will fall because profit margin is going to fall. But if there is a rise in subsidy, quantity supplied will definitely go up. Quantity supplied will definitely go up. Correct. Then we discussed number of firms in the market. Obviously, if there is more number of firms in the market, then quantity supplied will obviously be more. If there is less number of firms in the market, then quantity supplied will obviously be less. Correct? So some of these points we discussed. Have you noted it down, everyone? Note it down. Then we studied number 4, slope of supply curve. We studied upward sloping. It is shaped like this. Then we studied law of supply. What did law of supply tell us? What did law of supply tell us, everybody? The law of supply told us, everyone, the law of supply told us that a rise in price would result in rise in quantity supplied, and the fall in price would result in fall in quantity supplied, other factors remaining constant. Other factors remaining constant is also called ceteris paribus. We studied it in demand as well. Take note of the same. Then sixth thing we studied was movement versus shift. In movement, we studied that movement occurs because of own price, other factors remaining constant. Shift happens because of other factors, own price remaining constant. In movement, we discussed there are two types of movements: expansion or contraction. Shift, there are two types of shifts: increase in supply, decrease in supply. In case of expansion, we studied that along the same supply curve we move upwards, while in contraction, along the same supply curve, we move downwards. Okay? Okay? But in case of increase, we discussed that the supply curve shifts to the right. In decrease, the supply curve shifts to the left. Correct, everyone? Then we studied time period and supply. In time period and supply, we generally spoke about 4 periods. Very short period where supply remains constant. Then we talk about short period where supply can be increased to some extent. Then we talk about long period where supply can be increased without any quantity, with any quantity, I mean. Then we spoke about market period or very long period where the secular period also called, where the entire market dynamics change, the market demography completely changes. This is secular period. Okay. Done, everyone? Yes, we are just summarizing everything, right? Very good. Number 8. Elasticity of supply. The formula that we studied was percentage change in quantity supplied by percentage change in price, which is equals to change in quantity by change in price into original price by original quantity. Acha, I am giving you one MCQ question. You will answer me though. The question is, why elasticity of supply always comes positive? A, because of inverse relation between price and quantity demanded. B, because of direct relation between price and quantity supplied. C, because of inverse relation between price and quantity supplied. D, because of direct relation between price and quantity demanded. Come on, everybody. Tell me which one is correct answer. Answer me, everyone. Very good. So your answer came correct. That's a elasticity is positive because of direct relation between price and quantity supplied. Because of direct relation between price and quantity supplied. Very good. Next question. If 5% change in price leads to 10% change in supply, elasticity is A 2, B 0.5, C 3, D 0.3. Elasticity of supply. The question pertains to elasticity of supply, okay? Come on, everyone. I'm giving you 1 minute to solve this. And yes, one of the friends is asking, is quantity supplied and demand the same? No, not at all. In supply, we are thinking from producer's point of view. In demand, we are thinking from consumer's point of view. Supply relates to production and putting them into market for sale. Demand refers to buying from the market. So they are two different concepts. Absolutely different. Okay, 1 minute more, guys. Then we will solve this one also. See, now all of you remember what formula I gave you all. Elasticity equals to percentage change in quantity supplied by percentage change in price. Remember, acha, one more thing remember. Students make a mistake. They forget that delta means change. This triangle shape is called delta. It means change in both eco and maths. Acha, in maths also you have done this. Remember, change in quantity by change in price. It is called derivative dq by dp. This same delta becomes d in mathematics. Isn't it interesting? In derivatives, you have done it. Right, sir? So what I'm telling you all is percentage change in quantity supplied here is 10%. And what is percentage change in price? 5%. So everyone, elasticity of supply is equals to 2. And this is what it is. 2. Online walo, I hope everything is crystal clear. Yes or no in the chat box, everyone. Obviously, we have another session for supply. So in that, we will wind up the remaining topics. Don't you need to worry. Okay, very good, everyone. So friends, we wind up the day here. Thank you very much for the day. Keep practicing. Your homework is to study the institute material after this class. Okay? Chalo, goodbye, everyone. That's it for the day. Thank you. Bye bye. Yes, yes, yes.